This
Might not.
conference will now be recorded.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So that time, TIPCO was peak in the market. So everybody was, expecting and demanding TIPCO resources and TIPCO applications, all those stuff. And time has changed. Now TIPCO, was, overtaken by some other various technologies, technically, and various tools. So most likely it's a MuleSoft. Yes. So I also have migrated myself around some 4 to 5 years. Yeah. To be specific, since 2016, I started getting involved with MuleSoft. So MuleSoft is also a middleware and integration platform. We can say as a tool or technology or skill. Yes. So I have got migrated myself since the market also got migrated, and market will not be stable all the time. So what we are learning today will be useful, but it will not be that much when we see after 5 years in the down the line. Then there might be some other technology or tools will be available in the market to explore or to dominate the world. Yeah. And at present it is MuleSoft. So I have understood and I have realized this one MuleSoft will definitely gonna bring some weightage in the market. So I have migrated myself from TIPCO to MuleSoft, and I'm successfully, progressing with this particular skill set in MuleSoft for past 5 years. Yeah, and in fact, like 5+ years. Yeah. So that is my skill set and technical background. And if you ask, like, what are all the versions of MuleSoft I have worked? Yes, I have started with Mule 3 versions in earlier days, like 3-4 years before, and then we have slowly migrated to Mule 4 version, and for the past 3 years I'm working with Mule 4. And yes, I think I'm done. This is my educational and complete background about myself. And now my expectation from you all is very simple. As I have done my brief, my expectation is also very simple. I'm expecting your brief in a precise way. You can unmute yourself one by one and introduce yourself by started telling your name, then you are from where, which part of India, your residence. And third thing is your work experience, if you have worked or if you are working, else your qualification or your degree. Then the fourth item will be if you are experienced, your skill set, your specialization. And finally, your expectation from this demo or from this Mule training sessions. So these 5 points you just start telling one by one in the same hierarchy. Why I am asking all this is so that I would like to if I know who are who are all the participants available in this call, whether they are experienced or they are freshers or they are new to Mule. Obviously everyone is new to Mule, but if, new to ESB or middleware. So accordingly I'll spend my time in the following slides. Whichever needs more time, I'll spend more time there. Whichever is just to walk through, I'll just walk through it. So that is the thing. Yes, so I'll just go on mute. People in the participant list, you can just unmute yourself and go one by one, please.
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, Sagar Patil this side from Mumbai, and I have completed my Bachelor of Engineering in 2013 in a IT background. Okay, so I have total 5.7 year of experience as a L2 support. Okay, so in that I have supporting the ITSM tool as well as I am working as a database development means PLSQL development kind of work I have do here. Okay, and I'm working with a software and my client will be Reliance Jio, and I'm having means I'm expecting from this course to gain a practical knowledge of MULESFOT.
Sure, Sagar, definitely you will get that.
Yeah,
And you can
yeah,
call by my name itself, Sagar. Everyone in the call, you people can call me with my name itself. Thank you,
sure.
Sagar.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kumar and Uday. Good morning. So myself Krishna. So I have completed my MBA actually in the year 2016. So I'm into completely non-IT background. So now I'm working in insurance sector. So now I'm moving to MuleSoft. One of my friend is referred me. It's a very good part for MuleSoft. Is a very good technology and will learn technical and support. So that's why I interested to join this MuleSoft course.
Thank you, Krishna. So other people, like, shall we
Hi,
start with?
hi Vasant.
Yeah, Sadhu.
Hi Vasant. Yeah, my name is Sadhu Saikiran. I'm into mapping field actually. It's overall experiences of 3 years working with Cognizant and the client is Apple. It's also a non-IT based work. And one of my friends, like my TL, have already joined for MuleSoft. So in that case, he told me to take MuleSoft training and go with the IT background so that you can enhance your skills in your IT background and have done my degree in BSc 2017, also done MBA in 2019, completed by 2019.
Thank you, Sadhu.
So
Yes,
yeah,
yes, yes, definitely you're gonna learn Mule very easily.
I also have some skills like SQL, HTML, because my courses in degree everything is related to computer science actually. So in that case, I know I have good knowledge on these languages.
Sure, sure, Sai. Thank you.
Thank you, Vasant.
Yeah, Suresh.
Hi, Vasanta Kumar. Good morning. Hi, Uday. This is Suresh Hopala. So currently I'm working with a MNC company. So I have 10 years of experience in Java development. So initial 5 years I worked as a full stack developer, like taking care of UI development, server side and backend. So later, just step out from the UI development, I start looking into the only server side. So after my completed 10 years of experience, so still I need to struggle to survive in the sense of Java. So many new technologies coming into the baseline Java. So whenever time has come, you have to upgrade ourselves and you have to implement all the concepts. But it takes me like it impacts me to my personal life. So I decided to step away from the Java to some kind of tool. So when I'm searching into the market, so many tools are there, but one of my friends and colleagues, they suggested MuleSoft is the best to survive as a personal and career. Is a very good to achieve your goals. So that's why I choose MuleSoft. So from the Huday help, so I got to know about this demo. So I'm expecting the from this session real-time project experience while we are looking into the project. So what is the integration is happening, how it is the MuleSoft is taking care about the integration. So those many things I want to learn from you. So this is my expectation from the session. That's it.
Thank you, Suresh, for sharing all your informations. Yes, Suresh, it's gonna be a really, a life changer for you, because at present in the market, everyone is expecting a resource to be multi-skilled, not only a single skilled. So if you see my background, I have started my career with middleware as a TIPCO developer and now into MuleSoft. So I am completely into I'm completely came across in the middleware technology. And if you get skilled in MuleSoft, so from Java to MuleSoft, Java is a programming language and MuleSoft is completely tool-based integration solutioning. So if you have two skill sets with a different directions, you'll get more weightage if you share your resume, for any interviews. That's for sure. You can inquire outside also, people who's having skill set in Java plus MuleSoft. That is what market is expecting nowadays. So definitely by this session you will learn what is MuleSoft, and you're gonna be a successful player in the following days. I'm sure about it.
Yeah, thank you very much for that.
Hello. Yeah. Hi, Kumar. Myself, Venkatesh. I'm from Kakinada. I completed my BTech in 2017 in mechanical. I'm working as a Tekla modeler. It depends on structurals. Yeah, I want to learn MuleSoft to change into IT. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Venkatesh.
Hi, Kumar. My name is Harshal.
Yeah,
Sorry
hi.
for interruption.
Sorry, Venkatesh.
Yeah, I'm completely from the non-IT background. Yeah,
Sure.
sorry.
Yeah. I have noted it. Yes, please go ahead.
Hi, Kumar. My name is Harshal Patel. I have total 6 years of experience in software engineering. I'm also working as a Linux admin. And I'm expecting from this course is practical knowledge plus practical knowledge plus what I just one question that what is the future of MuleSoft? Because I learn a lot of about MuleSoft, but I'm not clearly understand what is the future of MuleSoft. One of my friends suggested me to join this course. That's why I joined it.
Yeah. So Harshal, you have already explored and worked on MuleSoft, or you're gonna start it from now?
I'm starting from now.
Okay, okay. And to everyone in the call, genuinely, like, what will be the future of any specific tool or any specific technology that is seriously unknown to everyone? If you see, some 10 years before when I started my career, TIPCO was, its peak in the market. So every client was asking something, to do with TIPCO. And later, some point of time, some other technology over, taken this particular thing. So in real time, any specific tool, anybody cannot predict what is its future. But at present situation, like we all are living with, at present situation, and what will be there for next few years maybe. So having said all this, MuleSoft at present, it's a dominating tool, and it will be there in market definitely for minimum, next to some 5 to 10 years, that's for sure. And even then after that, it may get migrated to some other technology. So we also should migrate ourselves to different skill sets or different tools. Yeah. So at present, yes, MuleSoft is dominating, and it will definitely dominate for next minimum 5 to 10 years of time. That's for sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Vishnu, Srikanth, Brahma, Chandra. Yeah, Srikanth.
Hey Kumar, Srikanth here. Actually, I am working in database like Teradata data stage on this tool, and I am looking to switch my career to new technology like Salesforce and MuleSoft. And I already learned Salesforce somewhat from last 1 year. I am learning that thing, and I am certified administrator also. And now I want to know more about MuleSoft and want to work in MuleSoft, and having a 5 year of experience in database.
Super, Srikanth. So you have already explored Salesforce, right? And you have, won the certificate also, right, from Salesforce. Yes. You might be knowing Salesforce acquired MuleSoft in the recent years, and
Yes,
now
yes.
MuleSoft is Salesforce product. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Srikanth.
Thank you.
Vishnu, Chandra, Brahma, Hemant.
Hi, Kumar. Hi.
Yeah, Vishnu.
Hi. I'm Vishnu here. Hi, everyone. So I'm from Cochin, and I did BTech in non-IT background. And I mean, I've been working for an IT company for past 4 years, and I had got trained in TIPCO PW. Thereafter, I joined SAP PI, and I had got certification in Dell Boomi. So yeah, I want to learn MuleSoft because I've been working only on SAP PI for very long. So I want to switch into some cloud-based integration platform. So that is the primary reason. And I have got one question actually. Like I mean, for all throughout the history of mine, I mean in IT, I never did any coding and all. So I just want to know, like, in how much depth we need to know coding and all, because we've been using only graphical mapping and other forms of one-to-one mapping and all. So there was no use of much, I mean, coding and all in whole throughout. So I just want to know that on that basis also. Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, your question is, uh, Vishnu, I have already answered your question. Means I also have started my career with TIPCO. You might be knowing by this time. And so what you are doing with TIPCO without doing any coding, just to dragging, drop, and configuring all these steps, right? The same you're gonna do with MuleSoft. So MuleSoft is nothing but it might be like, we can say, another version of TIPCO. It's like tool based. So we definitely are not going to write any complex logics or any complex coding like Java, C Sharp, other stuffs. It's gonna be a layman term coding only, so that everyone easily can learn and write it. So you don't have any doubt in it. MuleSoft, learning MuleSoft will be very easy and very interesting. As you have already worked on TIBCO and also have experience in Delboomi, MuleSoft will be added one for you, because TIBCO, Delboomi, and MuleSoft, all these falls in the same integration platform. So since you have started your career with integration platform, it's no harm like thinking about getting into Mule will definitely help me or not. It will definitely help you. So you don't have any doubt, like you will be easy and enjoying learning. In fact, to be specific, in this entire group, you are the one who gonna get what is that, board in some point of time or some slides saying this one, yeah, I already know. So you're going to experience that one. And but I said, having said all this, like learning Mule will not be a problem at all for you, don't worry.
Okay, Kumar. Thanks a lot.
And quickly, other two people, so that we can start our session.
Hi Kumar, this is Chandrasekhar.
Yeah, Chandrasekhar.
Yeah, actually, I worked on Arkil Sova for 2 years, and right now I want to shift to MuleSoft because it's like booming, right? So I'm planning to move to Mule. And I'm from IT background. I've done my degree in computer science 2013.
Okay, Chandrasekhar. So yes, so from Oracle Sova to MuleSoft, it will be again interesting for you. And sure, Chandra, thank you, thanks for sharing.
Okay, thank you.
Brahma, can I hear from you? I think you're talking on mute. Okay, fine. I think we have introduced very well with each other. Let me start presenting my screen and start telling about what we're gonna see in the coming days and what is MuleSoft and what is other stuffs and all. I'll go one by one. And to you, Chandrasekhar and Vishnu, just bear with me in few slides, because since other people are from different technologies, and they are new to not only Mule, they are new to integration platforms and ESBs and middlewares and all, which you people might be knowing already. So in those slides, you just please bear with me. And apart from that, yes, when we started doing technical discussion on MuleSoft, awfully today and maybe in the coming days, so you'll be getting more interest. And for this session, few slides will be more basic knowledge will be shared across the people to get in line with what is Mule, what is ESP and middleware, other stuffs and all. So it will be like once we set a platform, then from tomorrow or maybe in the next session onwards, like it will be all the people will be standing in the same phase, and we can start progressing our trainings in a good manner. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I'm trying to share my screen once.
Yeah, please.
Sorry guys, I just dropped and joined back. I'm finding challenge in sharing my screen. Just bear with me for a couple of minutes.
So I will be joining actually. Yeah.
Uday, I'm finding challenge in sharing my screen. Uday, if possible, can you share your screen? If
You
possible.
can even a presenter also for you. You can
Yeah,
do
I
that.
understand. It's something. Yes, it's something wrong with my Mac only.
Acha, you in Mac. Okay, right. So, hmm, right.
So you are sharing?
I'm on mobile, but I'm trying to do. Wait.
Uday, I think I got it. Let me.
Yeah, please. Maybe I cannot.
Yeah, I think now you people would be able to see my screen.
Yeah. Yes, yes.
Okay. So you people can stop me at any point of time. Like if you feel, wanted to raise any question or any clarification that you need to start it out. So you can stop me at any point of time. Don't think like whether this question to be put in front of everyone or not. Like you can put, because if your question will be benefited not only for you, for everyone else in this call. Yeah. So let me start with the presentation. So the presentation that we're gonna see for this demo is integration and API development. So the name itself says we are going to integrate something and we are going to develop some APIs. So what is integration? What is API? What is ESB? All these stuffs we will be going through one by one slowly. And all these things we're gonna do with the medium of MuleSoft. So that is what we are going to see today. Let me start asking what is integration. So integration, the name itself clearly says integration is nothing but, in a very common language, integration says you are going to add one or more pieces of something, right? So integration in real time, it's not any complex logic, or it's not any hard thing to understand. It's very 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 simple. Integration means we are going to add something, like it's addition in math class, right? So integration in software life cycle, or maybe in IT industry, technically what it says is integration is the process of bringing together various types of software subsystems so that they create a unified single system. Software integration can be required for a number of reasons, and most likely linking different systems such as various applications, means databases, file systems, and different APIs and other steps. So these are a technical written of integration. Let me give a one real time example which can make you to understand what is integration in real time. For example, you take a remote village as an example. So in my dream I have two remote villages. One is having some 50 families in it, and another village is having some 70 or 80 families in it, and both are isolated means like they are located different places, and they were not able to interact with each other. So they are located in a different geographical location, and they don't have any common medium to connect, and they started just living their life by their own, right? And there is a nearby town, mm, which is adjacent to both the villages, and there is one more city which is very closely located to the town. So this is what my dream, and this is what there in my map. Okay, for example, a village A, they are producing something, they are cultivating something, or they are harvesting something, they are doing something with what they have. Okay, so at the end of the day, if you see, they will be able to make something with what they have only. And the same for village B, the another village, they have something, they are producing something, and they will be able to do something with what they have only. So they are living happily. Okay, when days goes, what happens is they get bored out of their life, what they are doing, they are cultivating something and eating something, without any outside interaction. So those 50 families, they are already integrated with as a common village people, but still they are unable to communicate with other people. Because of that, they are missing a lot of opportunities. In another side, if you see, these two villages are get connected with a bridge, for example, a bridge or any road map which connects both the villages. So in that situation, what can be happen is, what this village, means the village A, producing or cultivating, or what they are producing or manufacturing, whatever they do, they are able to market it, or they are able to share it with the other village people. And what they are producing, they will be able to share to these village people. So likewise, if some bridge or road maps connect these two villages, there are more possibilities to produce something, and also more possibilities to exchange, right? Very specifically, for example, village A, they are just producing rice, and village B, they are just producing dal. Okay, if they are not having any integrations platform, or they are not having any bridge, or they are not having any connectivity, they will be able to produce and eat rice only, and they will be able to produce and eat dal only. Whereas in another case, if they have a connect, they will be able to exchange, and both combinedly can do something and eat a good meals, right? So this is what the beauty of integration, this is what the real-time example for integration. And we are going to learn more about integration, deep dive into that. And there are so many technologies and tools available in market, and we are going to pick a specific tool which is you know um, dominating in the market, and we are going to learn it. So that is what the pure agenda going forward in our session. Okay, so as two village, they got a roadmap, they have got a bridge, they started communicating each other, and they are exchanging. So fine, so life is going like that. And after few years, right, again they will get bored in the sense, yeah, they are able to produce, and they are able to exchange and lead a good life, but they will not be able to lead the enriched life or enhanced life. Means, for 150 family, they are producing something. Okay, and if they have a capability of producing more than 150 family, means if they are able to produce more rice, more vegetables, more dal, which will be more sufficient for 150 people, and even after that they have something in their storeroom for their future use, or it may go wasted, right? So if they have a connectivity to the nearby town, they will be able to market it. Means, after what they have consumed, whatever left with them, they wanted to market it to make a money out of it, they have to get connected to a nearby town, right? So there again, if we have one more integration platform between these two villages to the town, then they will be able to produce for themselves, and also they will be able to produce for others and get it converted as a money or whatever they are in need, right? So again, integration plays a role. So now integration connects these two villages to eat a proper food, and it also helps to connect to the nearby town, to get some other commodities by exchanging, or just making cash out of it. So the life again got enriched, and they started living a decent life. And now the time has come where they wanted to interact with the other set of people, or other language people, or other entirely different type of people, right? Again, if they have a connectivity from the town to the village, they will be able to expose to the connectivity from the town to a city. They will be able to expose themselves towards other set of people, other cultured people. They can, again enrich their life, they can enhance their life, and they can interact with a different variety of people, right? So that is what happening in nowadays. If you see our ancient days and all, we had very limited scope where we will not be able to communicate with any other people or any other people who are not located with your nearby places. So it got evolved, right? The earth also got evolved, started with two people and it got expanded, and now we have all the solutions, all the opportunities, provisions to just to go from this corner of earth to that corner of earth. So all these things emerged and evolved. The same is happening in IT industry now, right? So that is what integration is. There comes integration is. And the next slide says why integration needed. So the example what we just discussed, that itself clearly says why it is needed: to make money out of it, to produce more, to convert the product which is going to get wasted, which can be consumed by other people and enrich their lifestyle and enhance their village, all these things. So why integration needed? A simple statement to that is to make your life better, integration needed. So technically what this is the main reason for organization to use integration is their need to improve productivity and quality of their operations. The goal is to get the organization various ITS systems to talk to each other through the integration, to speed up information flows and reduce operational cost for the organization. So all these are already covered in the example which we just discussed. To be more specific on this particular thing, integration, there will be something called a common stuff, right? The common stuff is nothing but middleware. So now we have connected two villages using the road or using the bridge, right? And we are started interacting with each other sorry each other. So all these are going as like what we expected, and something is there in between you and me which helps to interact me with you. So that is what middleware. So that is what middleware does. The another live example is now I'm talking from here in Chennai, and you people from different locations are hearing what I'm talking. So how it is happening? It is happening between it is happening because we have a common medium where we all got connected there. So that common medium is nothing but middleware. So all these real-time examples in nowadays or day-to-day life, we are experiencing what is middleware, we are experiencing what is integration, all these things. And when it comes to IT, when it comes to technologies, we have named it as a different you know uh, names, something like middleware and something like integration, all these steps. So that is what middleware is nothing but a common medium or a common device or common anything which helps to make or get people to connect among themselves. That is called middleware. Middleware is more effective program that act as a bridge in between various applications and other database otherwise tools. Middleware is also known as a plumbing because its both sides are connected with different application and it helps to transfer data in both sides. Yes, through my laptop, I'm talking from here, which is receiving my voice and converting it and sending to you through the speaker. You are hearing what I'm talking. So right. So I am one end user and you are another end user, right? If we do not have any common medium to connect, I'll not be able to shout from here to make you to hear what I'm shouting. Yes, we have a provision, we have a device, this laptop helps me to interact with you, right? So we can treat this laptop also as a real-time example for a middleware. So likewise we have lot of middlewares in our day-to-day life. So if we are able to match what we are experiencing in our day-to-day life with the technology what we are going to work, it will be more lively and more effective for you to understand. So that's why I'm giving all the real-time examples about integration, about middleware, and about whatever it's going to come in our line, right? So technically, if you see CRM, ERP, payment services, suppliers, customers, other networks, Swift, all these are independent, different functionalities or different independent scope of any organization. As we all know, CRM, customer relationship management, nothing but a customer call you can consider. Okay, that is one of the key for any organization. For example, if you are using Geo, right, Geo SIM, if you do not have customer service, you will not be able to raise your concerns or raise your complaints. So CRM plays a very important role in any of the organization. So CRM is a part. And ERP, enterprise resource planning, so it's like, if you take Flipkart or Amazon or any other online portals, so they have ERP setup in with them. Means ERP is nothing but you are placing an order, so order request goes to the seller first, and seller approves it or accepts it, then it goes to warehouse, and from warehouse it is getting picked. And once it is picked, you'll be getting a notification in your in your mobile phone saying your order is packed. And then it started transmitting from one place to another. You'll be getting live updates, right? And once it reaches your nearby hub, you will get again notification. From there, one person delivery guy will pick it and deliver to you. So this is happening, right? The complete setup is getting managed or getting tracked in some place of a computer. That is called ERP application. So ERP also plays a very important role in any of the organization or any of the sectors. Yeah. And payment systems, so payment systems, yes, it's again very simple. Like you are buying something and you're going to pay something. In ancient days, we do not have any online payment methodology, or we do not have any provision to pay through online or through other mediums. We had only just cash transactions, all those stuffs, and now it got migrated to payment services. Yes, payment services also plays a very important role in any any organization. So that also gets connected to middleware. And there are suppliers, there are customers, we are the customers, and who are just supplying their products, those people are suppliers. So all these people, they cannot work independently, they cannot work isolatedly. They wanted to integrate, they wanted to club somewhere, they wanted to merge somewhere at some point of time or some point of place. So that is called middleware. There got evolved what is middleware is. Yeah. So if you people have any doubt in the past couple of slides, middleware and integration, you can raise it, or else I'll move forward with the coming slides. Yes, I'm taking this as everyone is clear. Yeah. Now comes to ESB. ESB is nothing but enterprise service bus. So from this picture, you will be able to easily understand what could be ESB, right? So that technically what it says is ESB is fundamentally an architecture. It is a set of rules and principles for integration. Yes, for integrating numerous applications together, a bus-like structure. Okay, yeah. So yes, now we have all isolated or independent team, right, of a workers who are working for Amazon or Flipkart, right? They wanted to talk to each other. Means as a customer, yeah, if you consider this one, I'm here, okay, and the supplier also here, and okay, CRM system, ERP, okay, payment service. Okay, as a customer, I just interacted with this payment system by the means of middleware. Okay, I did a payment and it went to here. Okay, the payment is successful, I got notified here. Okay, this particular transaction or this particular successful message is not only for me. This needs to be known to the supplier also. This needs to be known to other people also in the system, right? If I have one-to-one connectivity, means if I connect to middleware and the middleware connect to payment service, this is between you and me, means payment and the customer only by the means of middleware, right? If we have something else which can overtake middleware, like some kind of bus, which will help to make everyone to interact with everybody. CRM can interact to suppliers, ERP may interact to payments. So all these things, you can take a bike wheel as an example. Okay, there is a common core in the middle which helps to connect to the rim using different spokes, and all these spokes can connect to a single core, and these spokes can communicate to each other, right? So that is called ESB. ESB is nothing but a single strip where all the isolated systems, all the independent systems get connected, so that the producer A can be consumed by consumer Z also, consumer Y, consumer X. Okay, if I have just one connectivity, means I have middleware, this middleware connect to this producer connect to this middleware, and this middleware connects to this consumer. In that case, the producer A will be able to produce and give it to consumer X only. Whereas if there is a common medium like a bus type structure, then producer A or B or C can interact with any of the consumers. So this makes again a wide and scope to everyone to get benefited, right? So there comes ESP. That is what ESP is. So now integration, we all are clear. And now what is middleware, we all are clear. And now what is ESP, that also we all are clear. So far we have covered integration, middleware, ESP. These three are very basic steps, or basic fundamental architecture for everyone who gonna learn MuleSoft, because MuleSoft is purely working on these architectures only. We are not doing anything apart from that. We are not going to expose anything outside apart from these three. So if we are very comfortable, very strong in this concept, Mule is very easy in the way. Yeah. Okay, so ESB, this also I think we have covered. One of the most common reason why companies need ESP is to increase organization agility. Agility is nothing but like mobility, we can say. I produce something, if I know people around me only, I'll be able to send to those people only, I'll be able to make money little. If I am able to connect with wider scope of people, right, then I'm getting benefited and other people also getting benefited. So that is what every organization also are searching for nowadays, right? Companies might want to reduce the time to market for new initiative or increase the number of applications being produced. Yeah, in the sense, if I have widen audience, if I have widen consumers, I'll be able to produce more. Means I have a capability to produce more, right? If I do not have any connectivity, I'll produce less and I'll give it to less people. If I have a more connectivity, right, I'll be able to produce more. I'll be able to make other people, like more people, happy. So all these things are happen if ESB is in place. Just a second. Yes, I'm back. Yeah. So ESP, we just covered what is ESP, everything in the real-time example, which we just saw. And going back to a checklist of ASB. Okay, so you are an entrepreneur or you are an organization. You wanted to check whether I should go for a ESB or not, right? You are independent developer or you are independent contributor. So at any point of time, if you wanted to check if you are in a need of ESB, and these are the checklist. First of all, you have to see, are you integrating 3 or more applications or services, right? If you have more than 3 applications which need to communicate or interact with each other, then you definitely need an ESB, right? For example, 3 is integration in the sense, um, you wanted to list what are the available items with you, and you have to price it, and as a consumer I have to see it, and then I have to pay it, then I have to get it through delivery boy. So here comes 4 different sections. One is like viewing, I'm viewing it, and the second thing is I'm ordering it, and again I'm doing a payment, and fourth, once the payment is done, you are sending it to me. So there involves 4 different applications, right? So in that situation, we need a ESB. If we do not have ESB, then I'll not be able to see what you have. Then you will not be able to say the price of it. I will not be able to pay it. You will not be able to send it to me through courier boy, right? So if we have an integration ESB in place, we can make it. So that is the very first rule or first checklist. You can verify yourself whether you are in need of ESB or not. Okay, and second thing is, need to plug in more application in the future. Yeah, so I have an application which is having very limited scope for now, and maybe in future I may expand my organization or I may expand my services to different set of people, right? So in that point, if you think I'm going to do enhancement or I'm going to do something beyond what I'm having at present in my future, then you should definitely go for ESB. Right? Nowadays, ESB is the life, because we will not stop with what we have only, right? We will explore a lot. We need lot, right? So that comes there at that point. It comes like ESB. There we need ESB. For example, one of your friend is coming from US. You wanted something from US. You wanted iPhone from US, right? You compare the price of iPhone here in India, and you are comparing price of iPhone in US. And if US is cheaper, you are asking your friend to get it for you, and he bought it and sent it to you. He gave it to you. It happened, right? You are getting benefited, because since the same product, it bought from different place, the price is less. You got benefited because it was bought from US through your friend. It was not from India, which is little expensive than US, right? You are getting benefited. That is what in real time also, like we are doing ESB integration, everything every time. So when it comes to application, now we are learning it as a different topic and different subject to go more deeper. Yeah, the third thing is, do you need to use more than one type of communication protocol? Sorry. Yeah. Yes, there may be a lot of in IT, like not in IT, like in a any real-time examples also. If you see, there may be a lot of protocols in the sense like medium of communication. Some people may need highly secured communication. Some people in WhatsApp itself nowadays, they brought encrypted message transfers, right? It's secured. So how it got evolved, because people, they wanted to secure themselves, right? So likewise, there are a lot of protocols, right? If WhatsApp did not have ESB in them when they started sending providing the message service, right, without any protocols. Sorry, protocols in the sense, yeah, any, yeah, like without any restrictions or without any encryption. So they will not be able to enhance their application by now. Now they have enhanced with high security using encrypted message transfers, right? So they are using ESBs. Likewise, we can relate with all the real-time examples. Do you And the fourth one is message routing capabilities and aggregation, message flow, and content-based routing. You need to publish services for consumption by other applications. So all these things, when you understand any one of these point meets your organization, then you are in need of ESB, right? Nowadays, like everybody is in need of ESB. That's why all the industry itself are getting migrated themselves, to make a middlewares, to make a ESB solutioning, all these stuff. Yeah. To make it happen, what are the available tools in market? There are lot of tools. I just listed few here. Okay. And these are all available tools which are dominating in market. Depends upon their capability, depends upon their users. Their domination is less or their domination is more. So in top of all, MuleSoft is dominating all other ESB models. Like IBM have ESB models, Dell have ESB models, and RPG have, Jitterbit have, and Fuse ESP have. Everyone is there in the market. But on top of all this, there is someone who's leading everybody. So that is nothing but MuleSoft. That is what we're gonna learn here. Why MuleSoft? Okay. Before that, before getting into MuleSoft, anyone have any doubt in integration or middleware or ESB? I believe everyone is comfortable. Yeah. Let me get into MuleSoft. Why MuleSoft? Right. The technical term says MuleSoft eliminates point-to-point integration. Yes, as I have told, if a consumer A need to interact with just a consumer, the producer A will be able to just interact with consumer X, then the scope and the production and the profit is less. If he's able to produce and market it to different consumers, then his scope is high, his market level is high, his production is high, his earning is high. So that is what MuleSoft does. MuleSoft eliminates point-to-point integration. It's not just a one API interact with another API. It gives an opportunity to make one API to get interacted with multiple APIs, right? And provide an integration platform for connecting any applications. Also, it is providing a platform for connecting any applications. Sorry, any applications. So it's not just a point-to-point integration. It's a point to multi integration and multi to single point integration, right? And also, it is helping you to integrate different set of applications. Means application which was developed in Java can communicate to application which is developed in .NET. and it is able to communicate with different APIs also. So MuleSoft is providing solutioning to connect different applications which was developed with different sources, and to make interact each other, not only single point of point to point interaction, to multi to point, and point to multi interactions as well. Okay, and the second beauty of MuleSoft is this can be deployed in cloud and also on-prem server. It is not just a few market ESB solutioning tools are not having capability of deploying it in the cloud. They have a all on-prem setup only. But MuleSoft is not like that. MuleSoft you'll be able to deploy to cloud also, and you can deploy to on-prem server also, right? So that also MuleSoft have. And MuleSoft Anypoint platform is built as an integrated set of individual products such as Anypoint Technology, Cloud Hub, Mule USB, Anypoint Connector. So all these are branches of MuleSoft. So Anypoint Technology is one set we're gonna learn. MuleSoft Cloud Hub, that is another set of branch we're gonna learn. Mule USB we're gonna learn, and Anypoint Connector, that also we're gonna learn. So likewise we have multiple branches in MuleSoft. So by operating all the branches, we will be able to build a strong API in real time. Yeah. So Mule has a large collection of different connectors to connect and integrate diverse system. It is said like it can almost connect anything. Yeah. MuleSoft is a tool where we are not going to write any language. We are not going to do anything with our programming languages. If we have decent understanding of what software engineering is, then we will be able to produce MuleSoft applications. So MuleSoft have lots of connectors. Connectors are nothing but, from MuleSoft, I wanted to interact with an existing HTTP service, which is nothing but REST. And I wanted to connect to some other web services. I wanted to connect to different databases. I wanted to connect to different file systems. I wanted to connect to different Salesforce systems, right? All these things are operating in a different languages and different patterns. But MuleSoft provide a solution with the name of connectors. Using that connectors, you can connect to different systems. So that is one beauty. Those connectors are already available, readily available in the Mule Studio. You can just drag and drop, no need to write any complex code. You have to simply configure it. That we will see in coming days. Yeah, and Mule is very lightweight and easy to use compared to other ESP. Since it is mostly Java based, so it becomes very easy to use and build custom components. Yeah. So even though the MuleSoft is a tool, right, it is running in the Java platform. So the MuleSoft Studio itself, it's another version of Eclipse. So that was built in the base of Java. So all the things what is happening behind MuleSoft means beyond your understanding or beyond your knowledge in MuleSoft, everything is happening in the Java, right? So since it is getting operated in Java, it can be easily customized, and there are a lot of custom components that we can bring in, right? It's not just a few connectors or components which is there in the MuleSoft that alone needs to be used or that alone can be used. It can be, it is having capability to bring other features or other, connectors or another functionalities from any other outside world to MuleSoft. So that is also possible. And on top of that, Mule is very lightweight. Since it is a tool based, the entire application, the entire jar itself of a very complex project or very complex logic or very complex, system, that itself will come in very smaller size of memory. So that is what MuleSoft is very lightweight and easy to connect with different systems, since it's a Java base and it's a ESB again. Yeah. Most important is that Mule is a pure ESB, whereas other products comes with other functionalities and platforms, and ESB is one of the part of the product, right? Yes. So other products, as I have told, other products are not having all the ESB features in it, but MuleSoft has it. MuleSoft have all each and every concepts or any logics in ESB. Everything is covered in the MuleSoft. And most importantly, Mule is a graphical based tool. It is not just a boring tool, or it's not just a code editor. You can just have a tool in front of you which itself will impress you to just drag and drop different connectors. You can play like anything. Yeah, you no need to have any complex programming skill to work on MuleSoft. It's a graphical based. It's a just a kind of um, uh, s- basic things like anyone immediately after the college also can learn Mule and get experienced and create some kind of expertise in MuleSoft. So Mule is that much easy. That's why it has acquired the market this much, and this is dominating the market this much. And people from different technologies, they can easily get cross skilled to MuleSoft, and they can go beyond their scope. Yeah, core capabilities of MuleSoft. Okay, so capabilities is nothing but what are the
Hello.
yes, yes.
Yeah, Kumar, Sagar this side. Actually, I have one question. In my environment, we are using the TIPCO for the integrations. Okay. So, what is the major difference in a TIPCO and MuleSoft? Why we are using the MuleSoft? Because in my environment, currently they are not allowing to MuleSoft. They are still working on a TIPCO. So, what is the major difference between them?
Okay, yeah. So Sagar, TIPCO is a tool, middleware tool again, which is majorly working on messaging systems. Whereas this particular MuleSoft is not purely from messaging system. It allows you to connect with different messaging systems and also different APIs, different protocols, or different systems. It's not just a messaging system; it's more than that. And comparatively with TIPCO, it's lightweighter. Okay, and also the maintenance cost, or at present, the implementation cost in TIPCO, and the deployment cost, and owning a server, deploying it in a cloud. So all these things are comparatively expensive if you compare MuleSoft with TIPCO. Not only this, and there are a lot more differences between TIPCO and MuleSoft. Considering all this, people, they came to a conclusion, means the client, they started asking about MuleSoft.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Any other questions? Anybody else? Okay, I'm taking silence as no. Yeah. So the core capabilities of MuleSoft: an ESB allows different applications to communicate with each other by carrying data between applications within your business or across the internet. Mule as an ESB in particular has capability that includes. So these are all the capabilities which Mule is exclusively having. Yeah. So service creation and hosting. Service creation is nothing but developing a MuleSoft application and hosting it. It is one of the capability of MuleSoft. They have a development tool, they have a hosting tool, they have a hosting server where you can just develop your application using your studio, and you can deploy it in your own server using on-prem deployment, or you can host it to the cloud-based deployments also. So that is one of the capability Mule is providing to us. And second thing is service mediation. It can shield services from message format and protocols, separate business logic from messaging, and enables location independent services. Okay, so here comes another important thing. So it is not just serving you a message transfer medium, it is also helps you to connect to different applications with different set of protocols. So it's not just a messaging system, it's a service which helps to make connect to different environmental or set of applications, right? And message routing. Yes, Mule as an ESP routes, filters, aggregates, and resequence message based on the connectors and the content and the rules. Yeah. So message routing. So here comes. I have a messaging logic in my code. Means I wanted to communicate something to somebody, right? So Mule is not just taking what I'm sending and sending it to you. It's having a capability to convert, or just enhance, or just add some masala with your content and bring to a precise and presentable format. Then it hand over to the receiver. So that also one of the capability in MuleSoft. Whereas what I'm sending, hi, this can be customized in such way which will give a good feel to the receiver. It can be customized, enhanced, enriched with your knowledge only through the data view. There is something called data view. We'll talk about that later. So it is having capability to enhance your message and send it to the different receivers. You can aggregate, you can resequence. All these things are possible in MuleSoft. And data transfer, that is also one of the important thing that we're going to see in MuleSoft. It exchanges data across numerous and various formats and transport protocols. Yeah. So all these things are capabilities once we started getting into real time, development of MuleSoft, you will understand or you will experience all these things in MuleSoft, how easy it is, how customizable it is, how competitive it is. So all these things we're going to see in the future classes. So on the whole, the capability of MuleSoft are these four. It can be easily created and it can be easily hosted in different environments and different places. And service mediation, it can be easily able to enhance your message, enrich your message, aggregate your message, and send it to the receiver in differently located geographical places. Yeah. And data transformation, it can be easily customized and it can be transformed as such however I want, right? And adding to this one, MuleSoft is having cloud servers in different regions, whereas if you see some other ESB tools, they have in a limited regions where their servers are getting hosted. So if you develop an application from one corner of earth, if you have hosted in another corner of earth, even though it is hosted in a cloud, there may be a light lag in receiving the data. Whereas we see MuleSoft, it is having their Mule on cloud server in different geographical locations. You can select the closer one to you, and you can just progress by developing it. So that is also one of the benefit of MuleSoft. Yeah. So advantages in MuleSoft, as we have already discussed on this particular thing, it is lightweighted and does not only provide mediation, it also provide other thing more than what we expect, and it is easily accessible. It can be scaled up easily, it can be scaled down easily, message agnostic, and can be deployed on-prem or in the cloud. Mule stage event driven architecture, nothing but SCADA, which is very highly scalable. A major financial service company process billions of transactions per day with Mule across thousands of a Mule server in a highly distributed environment. That is what I just told about. So Mule is located in different places, and it is widely spread by now itself. So any financial company who wanted to make a billions of transactions or more than that even, okay, if they wanted to prefer faster transaction, safe transaction, and lightweighted transaction, then they can go for MuleSoft, since it is hosted in different closer regions, and also it is having capability of transacting multiple transactions within a second. People may go for MuleSoft. That's why if you might have seen, most of the banking domains, banking clients, they are preferring MuleSoft rather than any other applications or any other integration tools, because it is lightweighted and it is easily hosted in different environments, which is closer to you, and it have a capability of holding multiple transaction. You won't be able to imagine that much transaction. It is having capability of handling it. So having said all this, Mule is a complete package where you will be able to develop an application and host it somewhere and get benefited. Anyone have any doubt so far what we have discussed? Again, I'm taking this as the silence as a no. Yeah. Okay, here comes API. So far we were talking about APIs and all the time APIs, right? So API is nothing but it's an application program interface. We can say anything which helps anybody to connect with anything, right? That medium is a middleware, and that middleware is built upon something called API. So what technically it says is a set of function which exposed to outer world so that other system can easily access those functions and leverage the benefit of these functions in their own programming languages. So API is a small piece of code which has been developed to perform a specific functionality, right? For example, if you have a any online e-commerce website, you are hosting something, you are bringing some product and hosting it. So that host or the listing those product can be done, that functionality can be done with some piece of code. So that piece of code is clubbed into some container. That container is called API. So API 1 is capable of hosting or listing whatever items you have in your portal. That is API 1. And another API which helps to check the availability of the product in the warehouse. That is another API. And once that is checked, if available stock there in your warehouse, somebody is going to buy it. So I am looking from my view to buy it. So that is another API. And I'm doing some payment, that is another API. So all these piece of functionalities are split down in different APIs. So if I have everything in a single set, if I have all the things in a single piece of code, if anything crashes or anything goes wrong, right, the entire system may go down. For example, if there is no stock, without knowing that, I have checked, I have seen the listed item, and I have selected and paid my I have paid it, and I am waiting for my product to be delivered. If the stock is not available in warehouse, if that particular system is not working, or if that is not feasible, then the entire system may get collapsed, right? So that's why the API concept has come. How possible it is, how smaller it is that I can make, that needs to be put it in a different container named as a API, right? So in MuleSoft, we are going to develop everything in the name of API only. From now onwards, we are not going to talk, we are not going to tell anything as a service. We are not going to tell anything as a, what is that, like piece of code or something. We are going to tell this particular term all the time as a API, which means a piece of functionality, a piece of code, right? So example, if we take ServiceNow HR module required adding an employee. If ServiceNow expose a function add employee, and that function can be called from Bulhar application, that means okay. So in an organization, add employee. So there may be a lot of departments, like in a college, if you take, lecturers will be in one category, and bus drivers will be in another category, and the housekeeping people will be in another category, right? If I have a common feature, add employee, if I'm adding one lecturer, if I'm adding one housekeeping guy, or if I'm adding one driver, right, all these things are common features, but still these things are falling in different environments, different sections, departments, right? If I have a common piece of code, add employee as a common piece of code, this particular piece of code can be consumed by HOD, who can use that to add a lecturer or professor, and this can be used by a manager to recruit any housekeeping people, and this can be used by a transport head, who use that to recruit or add any driver, right? So adding employee is a small piece of function, a small piece of code, but this can be, this can be consumed in many places. So that API I have built, and this can be used across different domains. So that is the beauty of API. Though the example says these are all the end systems, I'm giving a request through internet, and that goes to a API, and that API talks to different web servers, databases, and get it data, then send it back to me. So all the transactions or all the communications are happening with the medium of API, right? Okay, so I hope like everyone is clear on what is API. Now comes a interesting topic, which is called API LED connectivity, right? So API LED connectivity, this is a pattern, this is a tree shaped pattern, right, which is followed across different ESB development tools. Like MuleSoft is purely dependent on API connectivity, API LED connectivity, right? So API LED connectivity is having three major things. One is experience API, and another one is process API and system API. So these are the different available API categories in MuleSoft, right? As I have told, this add employee, this is a small piece of thing which can be consumed by different set of department peoples. This API is named as a system API, means a small piece of work which will be benefited for different people, right? That can be put it in a single API, and that API is named as a system API. So this system API can be consumed by different process API. Process API is the one step ahead system API. So system API is the very basic, very small piece of code at the bottom, which talks to end system, means database or any other end systems, and get a data, then having it with him. And the process API, they can interact with multiple process API, can interact with this system API. And likewise, we may have different system APIs, and all the system APIs can be um, connected to multiple process API. So the hierarchy is like the process API at the top, and below that we have system API, and below system API we have all the subsystems. So the process API, it is having a capable of fetching data from different system APIs, and each system API is having capability of interacting with the end system and get the data. And on top of everything, there is something called experience API. Experience API will not do anything. It will just pass the request, right? And it will give the response to the sender. If you see in this example, this API, right? So this API we can consider as an experience API. So I'm giving a request to experience API, and this experience API is having, connectivity to different system APIs, and these system APIs having connectivity to different end systems, right? So the hierarchy is like this. All the system APIs will have a unique functionality to interact with the end systems, and this system API can be called from process API, and this process API can be called from experience API, and this experience API can be exposed to the outside world. So people from outside, like you or me, can just hit a endpoint which is there in the experience API and get a expected response. So that's what. So if you see Flipkart application, you are just hitting Flipkart application, selecting one product, and under that lot of things are happening. Means one system means that experience API going to process API, and that process API making a call to one system API to check the stock, another one to check the price, another one to check benefits. So likewise, yeah. So likewise, all these things are possible if we have API LED connectivity in the place. So that is what, as I have told, experience API, process API, system API. These system API have capability of interacting with different systems, and system APIs can be clubbed under process API, and on top of that, experience APIs. So this API LED approach we will completely follow throughout the life cycle of MuleSoft development, and this is having lot of patterns, right? Though, so this is a three-layered approach: experience, process API, and MuleSoft system APIs. This is three-layered approach, means experience API is there, process API is there, MuleSoft system API is there, which is interacting with end systems. So this is one approach, and this is okay, similar to that. Okay, so and this one is another approach where we have a process API, Mule system API, and non-Mule system API. There may be some cases one Mule system API will interact with another system API which was not developed by MuleSoft. It might be Java API, or maybe it might be any .NET APIs, right? So that is also possible. That pattern also there in the API connectivity, that also can be achieved with MuleSoft. And system, yeah. So there may be some cases where we don't want experience API, we just want process API and MuleSoft API, mean system API, and that is also possible. And there are some cases, some clients who will just expect Mule system APIs to interact with non-Mule system APIs. That's enough. I don't want any process API, or I don't want any experience API. So there are some clients like that also. So we will be able to provide solutioning to them in that manner also with this pattern. So likewise, we have 5 patterns in MuleSoft. So we can use any of the pattern which suffice the need of client in real time. Okay. And MuleSoft management. So here comes MuleSoft management. These are all the MuleSoft features which is there to help us. Like Mule Design Center, this particular thing is used to develop an API. So what API I'm going to develop, so that can be done in Studio, and what could be the format, the schema, or the set of protocols I need to use. Those can be mentioned in the API designer, and we have connectors to connect all this. So this is one section which majorly helps you to develop it. And here comes another section, management center. This management center helps you to deploy the developed application in the cloud or on-prem server, and to manage this one, right? And likewise, we have this section. These two are majorly important section. One is for development, another for hosting or deployment. And there is something called exchange, where you can exchange what you have developed to any other outside world people or outside Mule developers. So that also possible using endpoint exchange. And Mule is purely running on Mule runtime. It is not depending on any other server's runtime. It's purely running on the Mule runtime engine only. So that is one more key feature, and it have lot of connectors and runtime services and hybrid cloud, means deploying it in a cloud. So this is Mule management. This covers each and everything about Mule. Okay, so platform architecture, it is also quite similar. Yeah, so life cycle, I think no need to spend much time here, because everybody is aware of what is a Mule. Any life cycle, the Mule life cycle. So any development life cycle, and Mule is also very closer to that, very similar to that. Yes, we have a core thing which is nothing but design. So I have got a requirement. After the requirement, I have designed it. Whatever I have designed, right? I have simulated in the sense I have prepared a draft of this one and shared it with client for his feedback. Once that feedback is sorted out, once their clarifications are done, then I'm going to validate with the client, right? Once that approves, once that is done, then I'm going to write something called API specification, right? I have done my API specification. With that API specification is nothing but, in my project I'm going to use all these endpoints, all these APIs, all these requests, all these response, and which protocol I'm going to use. All these things will be mentioned in the API specification, nothing but RAML, right? We will deep dive in this one in the coming days. And once I have got API specification, I build an application. Once the application is built, I have given it for testing. Once the testing is done, then started providing the services, right? So it is secured either in your on-prem server or cloud server with a lot of secure protocols, lot of policies available. Okay, once it is secured, I have deployed it. Once it is deployed, I have a monitoring tool which will closely monitor all the time the logs and the status of the application which is running in the server. And if any issue exists, or if I wanted to get any manual intervention in terms of problem solving or issue solving, then there is something called troubleshoot. Then at the end, I'm managing everything. So this is the entire life cycle of Mule API development, hosting, and managing and maintenance. So all these things will be covered in our training coming days. Yes, so design, yeah, we have discussed about this one. What is design, what is simulate, what is feedback, what is validate, everything we just discussed and came across. And implementation, yes, Mule APIs can be consumed by mobile apps also, laptops also, right? And it goes to various stages and then get into end systems, get required informations in different patterns, as we saw API LED connectivity. Then management is, as I have told, like after deployment I wanted to see the logs, or I have to monitor it whether the application is running successfully or not. This can be done, and there are a lot of policies that we can enable to enhance the security, to enhance the flexibility, to enhance the safeness of the application. That is also possible in the management section. Yes. So by now I have just covered what is MuleSoft, what is integration, what is ESB, what is middleware, what is API, and what MuleSoft is doing, and what solution we can expect from MuleSoft. So all these things we have just came across. If anyone have any concern or doubt, you can just raise it quickly, as we are running out of time. So all these things are outlined discussion about the MuleSoft and basic stuffs of integration, right? So once we get into our real-time classes, we'll spend a lot of time to go into topic by topic and get develop real-time applications and host it and see your expectation meets it. So all these things will happen in the coming days. Anybody have any doubts or any clarifications or any inputs from my side? You can raise it now. Okay. So GitHub is nothing but a code repository. We will see it later. I think of people who are already working on industries, they might be knowing what is a code repository, and there are a lot of code repositories. No need to explain much on this. And pipelines. So pipeline also everyone knows, I believe, since you people are already in real-time projects, right? If not, we will discuss about that as well in the coming days. And testing tools. Yeah, there are a lot of tools. Precisely Postman will be used by developer to test an application what we have developed and hosted in the server. Working models, yes, these models and all, like, yeah, different working models which are there in the industries at present. I believe, like, most of the people, we are already in a market and we are already in a industry, so we might be knowing what is agile, what is waterfall model, so all these stuff. So I think no need to discuss much on this. Yes, I believe I have done with my presentation for today. And if you wanted to know more about MuleSoft, like, I will be expecting you to join the classes, and it will be very basic level to high level explanation on MuleSoft. So at the end of the session or training, you'll be able to develop your own applications. It might be a life changer for most of the people. And here, people don't have any doubt, like, I do not have any programming development skill or any language in my background, or I am not from IT background. I'm non-IT guy, so please do not have any other hesitation, or do not have any these kind of things in your mind, because Mule is purely for a common people. A layman people or any common skilled guy can learn Mule, and Mule is highly available and highly demanding in market, as everyone knows. So yeah, that's it. So Uday will be sharing you the agenda or course objectives, so that what will be covered in the coming sessions, everything are listed there. Yes, done. Uday, I'm done with demo. Uday, you can take it from now.
Yeah, thanks, Kumar sir. So, guys, anyone have doubts on this knowledge about it, MuleSoft, ask him. So, regarding the training starting and all, you can talk to me. Okay, let's. If you're not any doubt now, I'm going to close it. Okay.
So people, yeah, start.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay.
I'm closing it. Okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining. We'll talk offline.